This report will explain the microeconomic issue that happens in Malaysia, which is food price inflation. By using a faithful data from an online database and theoretical information from a textbook, the study identifies the advantages and the disadvantages about the microeconomic issue that we already choose. It is easier for the reader to understand our report by explaining our chosen country's economic system, which is Malaysia. We also provided some references that shows the sources of our information in this written report. All the information written was made easier for our lecturer, Dr. Hainu Akmal binti Rahim, and other students' acknowledgement.
Right now, I will talk about the introduction. Malaysia's economy system is a mixed economy system. Mixed economy system is a combination of the public and private sector. Besides that, mixed economy system is a result from some mixture of government control and free market. The government provides public goods such as public parking and education because these are goods that will not be provided by the private sector. There are some reasons why Malaysia choose mixed economy system, which is society enjoys basic goods at a cheaper price such as rice and oil, while variety of goods and services are provided by the private sector. Lastly, the public sector produces basic and public goods at affordable prices so that all the people can afford to buy it. Meanwhile, the private sector produces goods and services based on the market demand and the maximum profit they receive. That's all for our introduction.
According to Professor Dato Dr. M. Nasir Shamsuddin, who is a lecturer in Faculty of Agriculture at University Putra Malaysia, in March 2019, food prices in Malaysia increased by 1.1% compared to the previous year. This had a significant impact as food contributes 29.5% to the Consumer Price Index (CPI). Food inflation is especially felt by low-income groups who spend a large portion of their income on basic necessities. The demand factors driving food price inflation include high energy costs, the depreciation of the ringgit, and crop failures. On the demand side, there has been an increase in consumption of higher quality foods such as meat, fish, and dairy products.
The disadvantages of the food price inflation. When the price rise exceeds the normal level or there is an excessive increase in prices, it is difficult for the consumers, especially those in the lower income group, to accept such a situation. The poverty is the most affected by this inflation. People have to overcome their hardships, which the increase in food price has added another pressure to their commitment in daily life. Given that the salary is barely sufficient for them, this can cause them to starve themselves due to the expensive prices of the food. Other than that, it can also cause an unhealthy diet for some people, or worse, this can cause hunger all over the country. The expensive prices of food have led them into buying something cheaper, which is usually something instant and unhealthy. Most people in Malaysia tend to buy instant noodles for literally every meal. be it for breakfast, lunch or dinner, just because they cannot afford a decent meal that will cost them more money. Higher food costs spark intense pressure to earn cash. People now have to work longer hours to earn more income to be able to get themselves food on the table and to avoid from starving. In addition, entrepreneurs have to answer the questions that spark from customers about the increase in price of the food that they sell. They also have to face the downfall of their business as some customers refuse to pay more than they usually do for the food. And this affects entrepreneurs more than people thought, as their incomes and wages come from their business. This proves that it is no doubt that the food price inflation has many disadvantages and can affect many people in more than one aspect. The advantages of the food price inflation. Food price inflation has its advantages on a few aspects. For instance, farmers that sell food to the market sellers. Through this investment, farmers can gain more income as the food price increases, and there will be a rise in rural wages, typically the wages of the lower income group. And because of that, seed and fertilizer companies will do well since farmers tend to farm more after the increase in price of their food. Next, rural women also began their businesses in trading vegetables or selling cooked food, which led to more local food being produced. The consequence of this action is people are exposed to more healthy food, since most of them are home-cooked meals, especially the ones that get their ingredients from their own farm. Through this, we can see that although inflation actually causes more disadvantages and risks to some people, it can also affect other people in positive ways.
So for the last one is the conclusion. To sum up everything, food price inflation, or in other words, increasing in the price of food, has a strong effect not only in the perspective of economics but also socials, such as the individuals, household, firms and others. The rising food price eventually will expand and adds more to a household budgets, affecting a low-income family to spend more of their wages on food. From another perspective regarding the topic, the situation may affect the stability of the economy itself. The reason why is this being said is because inflation itself may increase the amount of poverty among the society, while on the other hand, the situation can be controlled. It is very important for government, big organization, and selected firms to inspect the effects of food price inflation and ensure more access to the affordable food that they can consume every day.